As I'm making this video, the Nerf Rival line is still kind of brand new. The buzz on the internet may have died down, but it should come as no surprise that someone has started making 3D printed pieces for the Nerf Rival line. In this video, we're going to be checking out 3 3D printed pieces. I know there's 2 over here, but they're 1 unit for the Nerf Rival line made by Custom 3D Nerf on eBay. 2 of these are for the Zeus, and then 1 is, if you can't tell, a mag holder. So let's take this to my table and check them out. And here are the pieces a bit more up close. We have a 2 magazine holder, we have a new catch, and we have these 2 pieces which prevent the magazine from being pushed out one side on the Zeus. So let's begin by looking at the catch a little more in detail. So I'll move these aside for right now. So you might be thinking that this release piece or the catch piece, whatever you want to call it, looks almost exactly the same as the stock one. You're partially right. There's one thing that makes it stick out a bit more than the stock one, and it's funny that I say stick out because it literally sticks out. The little wings on the sides that you use to depress this stick out a bit more than the stock catch. The idea behind this piece is larger wings that stick out, so even if you have big fingers, you can easily grab it. And there's really only one thing you have to do in order to get this catch set up to be installed, and that is you just replace the spring on it. So yeah, really easy to do, and it's very easy to put into your Zeus. Because they are so similar, installation is super duper easy. You just pop it in there. Now, you can reverse this catch around any way that you want. I don't think it really matters which way you put it in, but if you want the spring to be on one side rather than the other, you can do that. But yeah, you just pop it in like that, maybe add a little bit of lubricant if it's feeling a bit tight, but there you go. Installation is super duper easy on it and you're done. So there you have it, that is the catch piece. It's very simple to explain, it's very simple to see what it does, but yeah, really it just makes it easier for you to use the little release mechanism that releases the magazine. So that's that piece. The next 2 pieces we have remedy a problem that I know I had a huge problem with, and I'm sure a lot of other people have problems with too, and that is unloading your magazine, it flopping all over the place and coming out of the Zeus in a way you don't want it. These 2 pieces you glue into your Zeus and it prevents the magazine from being pushed out one side or the other. So when you release it, there's something blocking the magazine so that you can only pop it out in the direction that you want it to. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm actually going to install this. So let me close this up and glue them on and I'll show you that. So here are the pieces attached to the Zeus. I use Debcon plastic weld, which is a very strong epoxy. It's basically the one I use all the time. But even though I don't feel like these are going to be taking a lot of force, I would highly recommend putting a nice strong epoxy or glue to hold them in there, just to be sure. Now, the piece of the front, I epoxied in maybe about 1.5 millimeters too close to the front, but I haven't noticed any problems with loading the magazine into it. But yeah, once it's in there, you just load it like you would a normal Zeus, and it, I mean, like I've said, prevents the mag from falling out the other side. And this is so nice when you are unloading it because it leaves enough room in the back for your hand so you just easily pop it out, and loading has become so much easier. It's just so nice knowing that my mag won't be flinging out this side or rotating around 90 degrees inside this area. But very easy to install, and if I have to be honest, this is probably the one thing you should buy from this lot of 3. This is so nice. And the last piece I have is this dual mag magazine holder. Now this will fit both your 12 round and 7 round magazines. It doesn't matter because they're basically the same thing, just one has a longer tube on it. But the magazine goes in very nicely. There's no snagging, there's no real friction to it. It has a nice loose fit on it. I don't know how well you'll see it or how well my camera will focus, but there's a little bit of play in there. On the back of the holder, you will find these kind of hollowed rectangular pieces, and that just basically allows you to put your belt through it, or maybe even attach it to your tack vest, which is a very nice touch. I guess you can always cut those off and epoxy it to your blaster or whatever if you really wanted to do so. Now there's one problem with this mag holder, and it has nothing to do with the product itself. Josh of Bay Area Nerf did an entire video of him trying to fix a problem that happens with the big 12 round magazines. The problem is, if you shake them just a little bit, the balls come flying out of the top. He changed the spring for the release mechanism, he changed the platform, he has an entire video of him trying to remedy this. So the problem becomes, if you're running around with these in your mag holder and they're just shaking about, the balls are going to start flying out. So there's one thing that I would highly recommend you do, and that is use the available space on the sides to create some sort of cover that goes over the magazines to prevent the balls from coming out. I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe put some Velcro on one side and I guess, sculpt some duct tape or something or other just to go over the mags, but basically make it so that when you have your 12 rounders in there, something just covers up that top nice and snugly so your balls don't go flying out of the magazines when you're running around. But yeah, that's not the product's fault, that is Nerf's fault. So don't blame Custom 3D Nerf for that. But for now, I'm gonna go put this on a belt, I guess, and I'll demonstrate to you just how it looks, how it loads, all that good stuff. And then I guess I'll do just an entire rundown of everything working together. So what is my overall conclusion for these parts from Custom 3D Nerf? All three of them are very well made. The build qualities are excellent. There's really no flexing or warping with the mag holder, which is good. The other pieces are just very well made, and the release is super duper solid. I don't see myself using the mag holders too much. I like big pouches, but I'm thinking I might put this onto the side of a Zeus just to see how that goes, because I don't know, I think that'd be pretty rad. But like I said, the thing you need to do with the mag holders is figure out a way to put a ball stopper on the top so your balls don't go flying everywhere out of the magazines. The magazine blocker, stopper, whatever you want to call it. I've gone from hating every moment of reloading my Zeus to actually being able to do it without too many hiccups. I'm still not too great at it, but it is a much, much better experience than the Zeus is in its stock form. Like, these two pieces are amazing, and I highly suggest anyone who owns a Zeus get themselves just a pair of these. It is so nice. I am so happy it exists. I'm going to be putting this in every single Zeus build in the future, along with the little release. I really like it. It fits my fingers very well. I can feel it easily when I go in to reload. My fingers wrap around it very nicely, and overall, it is a great little piece. Overall, I am very impressed with the products from Custom 3D Nerf. I think he did an excellent job just kind of creating some upgrade pieces for the Zeus, and I'm gonna keep pointing at these for the rest of the video because it is so worth the money to get these. But yeah, his eBay link will be in the description if you want to go check out some more of his stuff. He has like rocket holders, I think an iron sight, and some dart stuff. But yeah, his link will be in the description below if you want to go check out some or go buy a very, very useful 3D printed piece for your Zeus. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this review and have a great day wherever you are.